What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Oceania AI only battle. I hope you're enjoying the action so far. We continue, 25 turns left till we do the results. That settler just travelled really far and it confused me. It just like flew over here. There you go. I guess it's late in the game, you can move a little bit more. There's a few things going on. We obviously... No, wait, we don't. What? I thought Vietnam was doing... Oh yeah, they got kicked out by Brunei. I guess that's over now. Probably. And we have seen Banuba piecing out with most, which has not gone too well for the poor old Anangu here, who look like they're in a bit of trouble. They actually... Oh, they lost this city at some point. I didn't even realise that. And they're probably going to lose this one too. Oof. I thought it was this one going back and forwards, but this one has also gone. So yeah, that sucks for them. And like I said, they're probably going to lose this one too, which not what you want if you are Anangu. For Banuba, I guess it's good news. You want that. New South Wales are not doing too much. Neither Australia or Ngarrindjeri. I'm very surprised. They're just very chill AIs. They're not even fighting each other. I mean, they're all kind of in an arms race. You can see them stacking up many troops as Banuba and New South Wales peace out. And again, they weren't particularly fighting. Their borders not particularly far apart, but they weren't attacking each other. And there we go, Anangu losing another city to Banuba now. So Banuba's going to come out of this with more cities than I don't think they lost one. No, yeah, they lost one in the whole thing, which was this one, right? So they're going to regain it. Probably, or at least they've certainly made up for it if they don't. New South Wales and Australia v Khmer. That is brutal. Well, yep, New South Wales will have taken them out within the space of a turn. Yet Anangu will survive. Banuba gives them another chance. They get a peace deal. But yeah, New South Wales will eliminate the Khmer next turn. They'll still have a fair few units left, but yeah, New South Wales should pick those off pretty easily. And that will be the end of the Khmer in this one. Maybe speed up the running a little bit. Probably not, because they'll probably survive somewhere. But we'll see. Oh, Lao did settle right in the corner of Brunei's island. I must have missed that at some point, but that's also... Actually, you know what? I think when you have an ideology, you can get 4 population in your new cities, can't you, if you pick certain ones? So maybe it just started as a 4. Regardless, here we go. New South Wales. Well, Australia's first. Don't think they'll be sneaking in for the steal. But you never know. They don't have anything there. It would be pretty hard for them to do that. Although they are spending an awful lot of time on this turn. Singapore. Shan states still obviously got a unit floating around somewhere. Indonesia, Laos. Big turn ahead when it actually gets to New South Wales. If it gets there, or when. I'm sure it will. Or not. Everyone's just taking forever. I don't even want to look. Maori just took like a good 20 seconds. Brunei taking not so long. The Wagi also going to take a while. They're still fighting Motu, but they're not as close to getting any cities at the moment. Banuba's turn. Wait, did New South Wales mess this up, or have they not been? I'm confused. Either way, Banuba v Indonesia. Oh, here's New South Wales. Here we go then. The end of the Khmer is here. Ooh. These stats taking forever. As soon as I look away, it will happen straight away. That's just normal. Yep, there we go. It happens. Every time. Well, there we go. That's that done. So I think that means there's pretty much peace in Australia now. No one's particularly a threat. We'll see what happens to Indonesia. Still fighting off Aceh. And now they'll have Banuba as well, with plenty of boats to cause them some hassle. Rest of the world, pretty calm. For now. Pretty calm. Next turn. If nothing new breaks out, I think I'll sort of skip forward a bit next time just to make sure. New research agreement, but we'll keep an eye on the current wars. I really think the Wagi could get a little bit more out of this, especially with rocket artillery, but maybe I'm wrong. What else we got going on? This is score. New South Wales leading the way. Some pink. Who is that? Is that Brunei? It is Brunei in second. Okay. Third, it was closer, but a gap's now emerging. Is that Wagi? No. Oh, it must be Banuba. Banuba? It is. Okay, Banuba's in third. On score, then there's a light blue, which I don't think is Indonesia. No. Who is that? That is Australia, actually in fourth on score. And then a red line, which is not the Igorot, so I'm guessing it's Lao. Yep. Okay, well, there you go. That's the top 5 on score. See some more movements. That's a lot of units around here. A lot of scary units, but it's not going too badly for Motu. They seem to have it covered. New Australian city here. Anyone else gone for these other islands yet? No. New South Wales has obviously been grabbing some as the time's gone by. Great war bomber and a jet fighter. Imagine that's like a rock, paper, scissors to pick which one you're flying today. One of you's going in a very slow one. One of you's making a very quick journey. But they have a lot of islands out here. For resources or air bases or naval bases, whatever. Maybe just to keep an eye on Motu and Wagi. Slow them down a bit. They have planes and bombs everywhere, to be fair. New South Wales, they even have a nuke down here in the south part of Australia. The Murray have their own smaller air force and anti-air guns, as do the Kulin. Looks like they're friends now, by the look of it. Embargo city-states, that doesn't matter. And historical, at least someone else proposed that and not me. Thanks, Burma. Normally it's me just clicking that button over and over again. It's Burma this time. They don't want any city-states having trade. I don't know if they know that there's none and can't be any. I don't know how much of the map they've explored, but seems a bit random. They probably just know that like nothing else would win if they tried to embargo other people or whatever. Might be the case. What are the numbers like between Laos and... I know Laos has a big army, but what's Vietnam's? So Laos is 930,000. Vietnam is down at 485. It's nearly 2 to 1. Might be tempting for Laos. We have 3 civs above 1 million as Banuba joins the other 2. The Murray, Kulin down here. Motu's pretty low. I didn't expect that. I mean, yeah, apart from Indonesia, all these other civs are basically dead. Or one city. So that's surprising. And especially, where's Wagi? Oh, they're still up here in 6th. Okay. Yeah, they're pretty advantageous then. Obviously, they're going to have a production advantage as well. So that will be, they'll always have that advantage. The Khmer units, yep, they have just all been swept away. There's 1 worker left there. I'm sure they won't be lasting too long either. Mix of their air force is all over the place. New South Wales. Still a lot of empty territory. New city here, I think, for Banuba. That wasn't there before. Oh, sadly the submarine attack is not going to work for Brunei. Hopefully they're still got their tech advantage. I think they're just gonna... I think there'll be at least 1 other civ on 80 by the end. Certainly, maybe more. Yep, you can already see 2. Brunei was first, Igorot second. Maybe the others can catch up, I don't know. 7 techs in 21 turns? Maybe not. Right, let's have a look. Biggest cities in the world. We're just doing it, just ticking everything off while there's not much going on at all. Laos have a city at 40. 38 for a Wagi city. Then the Singapore city of Orchard at 37. Oh, 5 different civs in the top 5. That's pretty cool. Igorot with a 37 and Vietnam have a 36. Then the Wagi appear 3 times again with 36, 36 and 35. I think they might have got past Brunei now. I'm not sure, but we can have a look in a sec. But then there's Igorot again. Brunei then have 4 more in the 3rd. Maybe not. And a 5th. Okay, never mind. Maybe not. Maybe Brunei still leading the way. Yes, still ahead by a good 14 million. No, more than 14. 18 million. And Laos is also above the Wagi, at least for now, at 111. That's probably going to change soon. And New South Wales could be the next civ as well, to get themselves over the 100 million mark by the end. Probably the only one. I don't see Banuba, you know, essentially adding a third of their population to get over the line. Should we see? Okay, this is our moment while we're here. 230. I'm just going to use the big numbers. We will completely ignore the, you know, the extra digits just to make it easy. I won't round anything up. We'll round down. Benefit of the doubt. 237. Okay. 345. I don't want to make a mistake now. 441. Okay, so 41 is 59. 500, 58, 518? No, 618. Wait. 518 million. Add 68. 578. 586. Oh, it's a lot. We've gone. I bet it's all going to change the numbers now. That was 500. Okay, that was 586. This is, I'm just going to go a bit even more rounded. 640. Wait, that might have been a bit harsh. 650. 707. 761. 810. Maybe. 860. 895. 925, 950, 971, 985, 989. Okay, we're not quite there, but by the end it should probably be a billion if you factor out some dodgy rounding of numbers and everyone getting another 20 turns of growth, unless there's like a huge war breaks out between everyone. They should get to 1 billion, which is pretty cool. Other than that, just more and more denouncements. Very passive region. Vietnam. Oh, that's them being kicked out up here by the Igorot. Oh, Burma got a new city as well. That's nice for them. They needed that. But yeah, Igorot adding a new city. That's quite nice. And again, Vietnam's influence falling again as they lose their islands. They will just be sort of back to Southeast Asia. See if Laos gets pushed out of anywhere. They seem to be pretty committed though to where they are. They've grabbed all these spots and they're going to keep them. They have a lot of places where they have multiple cities and little sub-regions, which will be doing a lot of resources, particularly for their home. You know what would make this game a lot harder? If you got a luxury resource here, you then have to like ship it all the way back before you can use it in a different city. That would be that would maybe be a bit too much. It would obviously be realistic, but maybe a bit too much. Either way, Banuba did help out. Aceh was struggling, but Banuba managed to get their hands on this city. I don't know if they had any planes to help. They had a few bombers. And I don't think they've used that, or well, they've not used that one or another one. Although there is some pillaging here. But yeah, I think that was just a mix of boats, and maybe Aceh had already put it a bit lower. And yeah, the bombers probably definitely pushed it over the line. But there you go, that's a big blow to Indonesia, who now only have their capital remaining. And that could go to Aceh or Banuba as well, if Aceh sort of lurks around and lets Banuba do all the work. Be cool for Aceh, I guess, if they got something. 2 games in a row where it's not really worked out for Aceh. I had a lot of hope for them in the last one. Don't know why. World map and an island civ don't normally go well together, but I had hope. And I thought this one they'd definitely do better, and it's probably been a slight improvement, but not really. Nothing significant. More and more cities out this way from Ngarrindjeri as well, and more units for both civs. I'd love to see them team up on Australia. I know that sounds weird, like you'd want to not, because they're the biggest two and Australia's smaller, but it'd be kind of cool to just see how quickly they could devour Australia in the middle. But That would be pretty. I think, where was Australia? They were still pretty high, but they weren't on the same. So, yeah, so Australia 800k. Yeah, up against 2.8 million. That's a little bit of a challenge. That's sort of 3.5 to 1 in terms of numbers. It would be kind of cool though, just to see them like devour it, and obviously boost themselves both pretty high up the info addicts if they were to take out Australia, because Australia would drop out of them essentially, and they'd both gain a lot of extra points. Would be quite interesting. I wonder if they will maybe make a move further west as well, New South Wales or Ngarrindjeri. Maybe set their eyes on a Murray or a Kulin in the future. So we see jets just zooming around the map. But yeah, as I said, if we get to the end of this one and nothing new's broken out, I'll probably do a few turns just off the video, because at the moment this is all that's really happening in Indonesia. This Vietnam city is kind of okay, could get a bit close, and again this city maybe, but it's not like new stuff, you know. It's just either gonna happen or it's not. So we might do a few turns just off. Maybe we'll do one special episode at the end to get over the line. Ooh, here we go. No, it's not, it's the Murray's turn anyway. What else we look at? Let's look at religion again. Who was winning before? New South Wales was winning before, right? It so annoys me. I don't know if this button is supposed to sort it or what, but it doesn't sort it by... I don't know what it's sorting by, but it's not alphabetical. It's... I don't know if it's when it was founded. I don't know. It's not by the number. Maybe it's just broken when there's too many civs. New South Wales still pretty dominant. In fact, I think some of the others have declined and they've gained up to 53 cities. Brunei's Islam is now at 26. The Purple Anangu is at 23 still with theirs. Khmer Buddhism is in 18 cities, which is kind of Southeast Asia. The Murray's Catholicism in Western Australia at 17. And then, yeah, 2 for the other Anangu that started in the desert and is now at the top. And the Indonesian religion is in 6 cities, so probably just a few islands around themselves here. Yep, you can see it's here, here as well. But yeah, Brunei's religion obviously much more dominant in the area. Can't Brunei. No, but I'm going to be biased for once, because I don't think I've ever had a contender in it at this kind of time. I think it may be a bit too late for them to win, I'm going to be honest. I think New South Wales might be winning now, but who knows? We'll find out soon, but no spoilers. I don't know. I haven't looked. But it would be kind of cool if I did pick correctly for once. I think the only time I've got it like kind of right was it wasn't a normal game, if that makes sense. Are they going to get this? It's not even their turn. Culture victory contender. Brunei only needs 2 more. How much tourism do they have? Jesus. Not that much, but enough, obviously. I'm guessing maybe these are the last 2, Australia and the Igorot. But that will be it for today. As I said, I'll skip a few turns to get some action for like a final one. But as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.